And I'm Christian,
And we are TK2L DC News.
Today we are here with our mentor, Dr. Faye Williams, and we will be discussing the March for Our Lives campaign.
So our first question is, how do you feel about the gun violence that has been happening throughout the years?
Well, obviously it makes me very sad because, as you said, it's been happening throughout the years, and we have been working on this issue, trying to get some action, to get some kind of control. We are losing so many of our young people that it's absolutely horrible. So I don't understand why members of Congress don't do something about it. But I think what the young people have done is going to be very, very effective. I think something's really going to happen now.
So what do you think children our age, younger and older, should do to continue to make our voices heard?
Well, I think you first of all should talk with your parents about what you want to do, and then when they okay it, then you should be there. You should write. You know, you can write articles. You can call your friends and explain the issues to them. Read everything you can about the issues. And this is a time also to get to know the politicians who represent you. Make appointments and go see them. Let them know what you want them to do. And also, you just stay involved. I mean, don't give up. Don't get discouraged because somebody tells you they can't do or they can't help you. Don't take that. You know, just keep going and tell other people. If you're a member who represents you in Congress or in wherever the governmental body is, you know, just let them know you're going to keep coming back until you change their minds, because you're talking about, say, my life. You tell them that. And sometimes you can appeal to these members of Congress and other elected officials when you tell them this impacts your child or your grandchild too.
Recently we lost our civil rights activist, Dick Gregory. What do you think his message would have been to the kids fighting for their lives?
Well, first of all, he would have been commending them, complimenting them on what they were doing, but more than that, he would have been out there with you. He would have been helping to lead the line, I'm sure. When people ask me what he's thinking, I don't have to think about it because I know him so well that I understand what he would have been doing. He always had faith in young people, because whenever someone would talk about, well, these children, you know, what they're doing or what they're not doing, he would always say, remember, the people in the civil rights movement were young people. Even Dr. King himself was not so old when he died, and he had done a whole lot, but there were many young people, 12, 13, 14 years old. Some of them actually died trying to get us our rights. And so we have to remember that we've always had young people involved, and we should be there to encourage them.
So we've been talking about what children are doing. What do you think adults your age should do to motivate children to continue to fight?
Well, I think we should be out there with the young people, not trying to take over what they're doing, but be there to help them, to get them where they need to go, and to, you know, just be there and to say, I'm with you, I agree with you, and keep on doing what you're doing, and then keep the children safe while they're out there doing things.
Since the last time we saw you, what else have you been doing to help our community?
Well, of course, I've been writing to help people with the issues around the world, so that they know how to vote and which candidates to support. I write every week. And of course, I have a new radio program on WPFW FM 89.3, and I try to bring issues to our people across the country. We also have been working on our programs, College for Kids, where we take little 9 to 12-year-old children and teach them about all the wonderful things they can be when they grow up. We've also taken young people on a trip to historically black colleges so that they can decide if they want to attend one of those colleges, and we encourage them to take along you know, their transcripts, and sometimes they get admitted while they're on that trip. I've also been working on the Equal Rights Amendment for women. We still don't have an Equal Rights Amendment in our Constitution, and I think that's really, really important. I've worked with other groups on that. Right now, we're in the midst of registering people to vote. Last time when we were having the movement with the young people on gun violence, many of our chapter leaders were around the country registering people to vote, because we think a lot of those young people who are working on getting rid of all the gun violence are going to be voting in November, and we really need them. So we're trying to get them all registered.
Thank you. I really do appreciate what you're doing.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you.
Thank you. We would also like to say thank you for everything you're doing to make a difference in the world.
And the same to you,
Mhm.
because
Thank
what you're doing is very important. You know what our theme is? It's called Our Stories, and the reason we do that is because our stories are not often told on television or mainstream media. So we want to make sure that the stories of Black women and young people are told. And so what you're doing is really, really important. I thank you, and I love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.